A recent fatal accident on the Seward Highway is bringing up a question that's been asked many times before. Why can't more be done to make the highway safer?
That's right, and specifically, this is the stretch between Anchorage and Girdwood. That's the one that is particularly deadly. CBS 11's Lauren Maxwell tells us, and that road is part of the problem and one of the targets. Lauren.
Absolutely. Dave and Andrew, you know, the statistics are just appalling. At least 100 people have died on that stretch of highway since 1997. Now, on the plus side, the road has gotten a lot safer. Since 2009, the section between Anchorage and Girdwood was designated as a safety corridor. That meant bigger fines, more enforcement. Since then, the number of serious accidents has declined by 2/3. Even so, almost everyone agrees that more could be done to make the road safer.
On a summer day, the scenic stretch of Seward Highway can carry upwards of 20,000 cars. That's many more than it was designed for, filled with people who may have very different reasons for hitting the road.
And different kinds of people and the way they drive, they have different ways of driving just because of the type of use. You know, the scenic person slows down. The commuter or the skier speeds up. So it creates conflicts.
And too often, it creates serious accidents, like this fatal pileup last week near Indian. Dennis Long was in a serious accident in the same spot just a few days before.
I told some folks that, hey, I'm just happy I woke up. And I didn't have any extremity problems, legs and arms, and my brain worked.
Long spent 5 days in the hospital, but considers himself a lucky man.
The DOT says the absolute safest thing to do would be to turn this stretch of the Seward into a 4-lane divided highway. Geography makes that difficult, but not impossible.
It's technically possible. We're caught between the mountain and the railroad and the inlet, so it's very expensive. It means moving things, moving the railroad or moving rock.
But the biggest obstacle by far is the price tag, estimated at more than $600 million. With federal funding on the decline, it would be up to the state to pick up the lion's share, and politicians to decide that's important. In the short term, there are some road projects already funded that drivers should see starting next summer, including repaving ruts between Indian and Girdwood, putting in better reflectors along the guardrails, and flattening out a major curve at mile 88.
Now, the DOT tells me they do have several other long-term projects in the works that include more passing lanes, more pullouts, but the funding for those right now is still uncertain.